It's time we put an end to the line scumbag that is Saikura and Thiz. This will be me debunking literally everything Sai and Thiz had to say about me, and by the time I'm through with this video, my points cannot be invalidated against because everything has literally been proven. Now, I have invalidated and debunked Saikura and thizzkid literally multiple times, and when this happens, they come back with a, "Oh, he's lying," or even call me out for being the next EDP, or even saying that screenshots were faked. I think it's time we finally end this once and for all. I agree with the fact that this has gone on for long enough, and for starting points, I would like to start with Tornado, who can explain a lot of stuff and his take from the situation. Let's get into it. Tornado, take it away.
Hello guys, I am Millie. I will be explaining the situation between Warren Nation and Saikura. First of all, Saikura is 18 and Warren is 15. It's not illegal in any state to date as long as the dating is not physically sexual. With that out the way, Saikura said that she was not trying to date Warren even though she said she loved him in the DMs. She tries to use her saying it's not a good idea to date as a way to say she wasn't dating him. When she repeatedly said she loved him and when I called her out for dating him, she got depressed and threatened to kill herself because she couldn't date him. She would try to call out Warren for saying he sent his thing online and used the part where he says, quote, "I wanna show you how thick it is," to insinuate that he meant his dick. But in the same context, showing fully shows him saying that he was joking and that he would never do that even before the actual drama happened. Showing that Warren was not making any form of excuse to dodge Sai's point because of the time before the beef started. Contextually speaking, Warren is in the right. Back to Warren.
So now we move on to the sexual jokes that I made about Sai. And yes, I did say jokes. Now, Sai claims that I made sexual jokes towards her, and I did exactly that. She went along with those jokes during the time we worked together. However, she said that she was uncomfortable with the jokes, which I think is bullcrap considering the fact that there is screenshotted evidence of her going along with my jokes. And while I was making those jokes, she never mentioned the fact that she was uncomfortable, even admitting this. It is not my fault that I didn't know she was weirded out about the situation, because if I did know, I would have stopped myself from doing those jokes. But she is playing the victim card so she can get some attempted clout from the situation. I do not owe her an apology just for the simple fact that she never told me to stop or that she was uncomfortable with the situation along during that time. Also, if you want to talk about sexual jokes, I have screenshotted proof of you joking about your breasts to not just me but other people. Your point proves not only hypocritical but also you're playing victim. You also joked about your cat seeing you naked. Even Thiz, a person that is on your side, brought up the fact that you joke about your boobs usually, and usually means normally if we're talking about definitions, which also means that you joke about this on a normal to not just me but others. You have no room to talk about me when you're hypocritical. Next point, please. Now, she claims that I pressured her to send screenshots or pictures of herself. She even shows the screenshots of herself saying that she was being pressured, but contextually speaking, she was literally joking with me. Contextually speaking, I took everything she said as a freaking joke because we would do that all the time. Now, the pictures she is talking about are not indeed nude pictures, so please get that out your brain right now. I'm not crazy. But she sends pictures of herself all the time. She said that she wasn't joking when she told me to stop pressuring her apparently to send her pictures. Even though in the conversation you can literally see her literally freaking joking with me, she even circles the picture of her telling me to stop as a way to say that she wasn't even freaking joking, even though I know for a fact, and we all know for a fact, that in the screenshot she was. She is literally twisting the context at this point, and we all know that this screenshot was just me and her joking with each other. If she would have actually sat up and told me like, "Hey bro, stop like joking about this," or "Stop pressuring me," or "Stop asking me to send you pictures of myself," like I would have actually freaking stopped and listened. But she did not do this. And when she did do this, apparently, she was freaking joking with me. She did not make it clear to me that she wanted me to stop. So that means that I'm not in the wrong for this. And that means that I took the dub on this because she did not make it clear that she wanted me to actually freaking stop. So, with that being said, I want to move on to the next point. Also, if you get mad at me for using your face in the video, just note that it is literally already public. You have your face in your own freaking profile picture on Discord and have it leaked to countless others. You cannot report me considering the fact that now your face is public. So if you tried to do this, sorry Sai, you failed. Alright, pictures is our next point, and I will admit that I did ask for pictures of Saikura, but I set my reasoning with the pictures to only show Saikura. Thiz claims that because I asked for pictures that aren't news, by the way, so get that out your head, because I asked for those, that makes me a freaking creep apparently. Yet you agreed to send me the pictures anyway. You told me not to save it, but what the heck do you expect when you leak pictures to other people? They would for sure save it. You compromised your trust with Saikura because in that situation, even when I asked, you could have said no, but yet you put the blame on me for asking. I had no intent to leak or share any one of Sai's pictures, and never did I do that. Those pictures stayed between me, Sai, and Thiz, because me and Sai were a thing. I used the pictures to only troll her, and she liked it. The fact that later Sai claims that she didn't like the fact that I sent her pictures, but yet didn't voice it, and also proceeded to joke with me in the process after I told her my intention with the pictures before the beef between us even started, is comical. But she is victimizing herself to make me look like the freaking bad guy when in reality, she is one. Moving on. Stands. Now we need to address this issue ASAP, because if we don't, it can result in trouble. Saikura and Thiz and a whole bunch of others claim that some of my fans are standing me, even though some of the people that Sai has talked to about this situation also came to me and I showed them the counter screenshots to debunk everything. Them agreeing with my points does not make them a stand of me. It shows that they are trying to look at two sides of the story. Now can you please stop assuming that they are stands? Thank you. Next point, please. Thiz would continue to make inappropriate comments of my family, saying that he would rape the girls in my family. Overall, I find this messed up, and that's just it, not gonna lie to you. Next point, hypocrisy. Now, in this situation, we'll be ignoring Sai and talking about this. He has repeatedly said that I made sexual jokes about Sai, and somehow that makes me a creep for it. But yeah, he has done the same thing, and talking about her boobs. Cropping photos of Sai to show things that I never asked for, but yet I'm the bad guy, right? But anyways, he would talk about how big Sai's booty is, but basically this just goes to show how hypocritical this kid is, in a nutshell. And no, them being friends for a long time does not give him the justification to do that. Last time I also checked, Thiz has a girlfriend himself, but yet he is looking at other people and talking about it, which is not good in that relationship. But overall, he is just freaking hypocritical, and that's not my place to even go in that situation, so yeah. Next point, excuses. They constantly keep saying that I'm making excuses with my points. I said one of them Photoshop proof, but actually they didn't, and I had made a mistake on my part while searching for the chat logs. So I publicly said that I made a mistake because I had looked in the wrong chat, and I told Thiz and Saikura that I made a mistake and admitted to it, and yet they still use it as proof that I made an excuse, which is not gonna lie, pointless point from the start, but now you just cling on to it. Another point is when Sai accused me of sending my thing on purpose, and I didn't, by the way, I didn't, so don't think that. And she accused me of saying two different things at once, when the overall picture was just pointing down at the floor or my carpet, and there was a mess going on the floor. She even confirms what was in the picture even before we beefed, and that's the freaking funny thing. So now that these points are invalidated, let's target something more recent, I guess. DM advertising. I got accused of stealing members from Parlo's server just because I sent my Discord link to a new friend that I gained. He insinuated that he wanted my YouTube link so he could subscribe to my channel, and I gave him that because he wanted to actually subscribe to my channel. And I also gave him my server, and he joined that too. Saikura and Thiz took me saying the mod in the server was toxic and him actively agreeing with me on that. They took that, twisted the context, and said I was trying to steal members from the freaking server when that was never my intention at all. I never said nor even hinted that, but yet I get called out for this. And while I gave him my server, he joined the server anyway. He claims that he never asked for it, but he also participated in joining my server, meaning you had some interest in joining my server, also meaning that because he participated in the freaking joining of my server, your point is freaking automatically flawed. Also, there are no laws that are prohibiting the fact that you can DM advertise on Parlo's server, so your point is really flawed at this point. So now you cannot call me out for DM advertising because that's not even a law on Parlo's server. So, I rest my case there. Now my conclusion to all of this, I have nothing to apologize about. She never voiced the fact that she was uncomfortable when I made those jokes. I would have stopped if that was the case, but she kept joking with me about it. That even joking about her breast while joking about her cat seeing her naked. So that's also hypocritical. But this is also a hypocrite as well too. She also joked about me sending pictures of her to her, but yet she tries to twist the context to make it seem like she actually said stop, when the context proves that she was joking with me. She has twisted and lied about so much stuff, even going out to say that my fans are standing me. When everyone in this GC either has talked with you to see both sides of the story or doesn't even know the story at all, fully, but was told enough to take a side in the drama, which was mine. That doesn't make them a stan. They saw both of our points in the drama and picked who was right and who was wrong in the situation. And the person who deemed was right in that situation was either me, well, in the entire situation, was me. But you want to manipulate proof to make it seem like I'm the bad guy, when in reality it's freaking you. Now at this point, Parlo's server owes me an apology for defamation that they put on my name. They also owe me an apology for not double checking with me to see what I had to say about it or what proof that I have. The truth is out. I'm not going to force anyone to believe me, unlike Sai. So it's on you to decide who to believe or not. But as far as debunking this video, Sai and Thiz won't be doing much.
Alright guys, it's Fultrex here. Thanks for having me on, Warren. And man, fuck Saikura. If you guys aren't well aware of the situation, essentially, Saikura got caught doing, well, very, questionable behavior, to say the absolute least. Yeah, she's a pedophile. Wow, another pedophile in the commentary community, guys. No way. So she is 18 and was dating, or at the very least, interacting sexually with Warren, who is 15. I don't care any defense you make. That behavior is predatory, and it is not okay. I'll be honest right now, I've never liked Sai. We literally first met from her lying and manipulating my boyfriend, my user Logic, and trying to do the same to me about the Scythix situation to make Scythix look good, basically twisting the narrative, all that usual stuff, right? So not a good first impression. However, I'm still shocked of this, and I would call this out regardless of who it is. It's insane. Like, I did not see this coming, man. So, a typical pedophile move, Saikura is now trying to make herself look like the victim in the situation, and is attacking and making false allegations against Warren, the victim, claiming Warren to be a creep or whatever. One of Saikura's buddies, the thizzkid impersonator, even called Warren the next EDP. Because yes, guys, Warren is 100% the EDP in this situation. Clearly the 18-year-old girl talking sexually to a 15-year-old is innocent. I'll get more onto that fake thizzkid in a second because he's a total scumbag. I want to make it clear, Warren is not perfect in this situation. Yes, he did act sexual and kind of weird in DMs. But I mean, no shit. I mean, he's 15 years old, right? He's not fully developed. At that point, hormones, they're pretty crazy. Of course he's gonna be horny, right? And Saikura did not seriously express one time that she was uncomfortable. Not once. Warren was just like joking, and yeah, maybe he took it a little too far, but Saikura is the 18-year-old in this situation. As an adult, it is her job to take responsibility and say no, and not engage or send nudes to that shit, man. I understand Warren asked for nudes or whatever. I do. But again, it was a joke, and she never expressed she was uncomfortable. Right? I mean, even if it's not a joke, he's the minor here, right? And again, Saikura, you're the adults. I mean, this is literally how to Tomo V2, right? Where Tomo tried to blame the victim for asking for porn or whatever, but in reality, it's on Tomo because he is like in his 20s and is irresponsible in not saying no. It's beyond disgusting to villainize the victim of your shitty actions. Like, yeah, let's put them through more horrible shit than what you've already put them through. Now, on to fake thizzkid. This man is a fucking piece of shit. His whole identity is from copying another actual good person, popular YouTuber named thizzkid. Literally impersonates him, right? So that's his whole identity. It's a fucking cringe, man. But it gets so much worse. This fuckhead legit defends Saikura 24/7, right? Legit Saikura's sex slave. Saikura owns this man on a leash. But that's not even the worst part. This guy, he got in a group chat, right? And, well, he was arguing with Warren, discussing the situation, right? I'm sure this will go civil, right? Instead, he starts talking about how he fucking wants to rape Warren's 7-year-old sister. I'm speechless. What the fuck? And Saikura calls Warren a creep when this is her friend? I mean, bro, what a piece of shit. And this fake thizzkid, by the way, is 16. So it makes sense why I defend Saikura. I mean, I guess pedo buddies stick together, but it's so fucked, man. What a horrible person. I think the worst part about all of this, though, is the Roblox YouTuber Parlo's Discord server. I don't have anything against Parlo, but I am disappointed in him because he enabled this behavior on his server. Fake thizzkid has a trusted rank in Parlo's server, while Saikura is an admin. I mean, Parlo knows this too, right? But he just doesn't care. And again, I don't hate Parlo. I don't want to even start shit with him. But as a big Roblox YouTuber with a child audience, you really need to be more responsible and careful about this. I mean, you're letting 2 known pedophiles in your server, one with a powerful role. It's insane how I'm banned from Parlo's server for making a joke, but nothing is done about Thizz or Sai. Well, thanks for watching, man. Make sure to like and subscribe to Warren for more, as well as check out my channel, link in description, and yeah, have a good one and don't be a pedophile.